Oh, stunning, guys. Wow. The little saviour, the perfect kind of pinky nude colour. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to a new video. It is number, I think, part 3 of the ski vlogs. I thought I would split them up a little bit because I didn't know how long everything was going to be, but today is our last day in the mountains, and I thought I would film like our last day, our travel day home, and like unpacking and all of that. But we have got so lucky today with the weather compared to how it was yesterday. If you watched like the part 2 ski vlog, it is beautiful. So I'm just doing a little warm up on the learning slopes to start the day, and then I'm going to do a green because I've heard it's quite icy today, but it is absolutely stunning. And I know at some point I'm going to have to get back onto the blues, which I'm trying not to think too much about. I'm just going to start the day slow, see how we go, but I'll show you guys quickly what the sky is looking like because it just looks amazing. Like, how stunning, guys. Wow. So lucky today with the weather. Woo. Just trying to build my confidence, but we're going up now to have some lunch in the mountains. Super excited, and it's literally like, guys, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's so beautiful. Get a little, well, not a tan actually, because I'll just burn, but I do have my sun cream on. Back to 50, everyone, just in case. Let's do it. It's been a hot minute, but I'm going to give you guys an update after we've been to Apri, because we're off the slopes. Apri? I keep saying Apri. Don't worry, I don't know how to say it. It's like saying a Calippo name or something. Anyway, hello, you guys.
In French, after ski.
Oh, Apri ski, after ski. Anyway, we're off there, so I'll catch you guys up later.
Yeah, perfect. Here, yes.
There.
Perfect.
So my lovelies, we're back to the room for about 20 minutes. We just went for a little bit of a boogie at Apri, which is Apri. Am I saying that wrong again? Apri's. Honestly, who knows? The altitude's getting to me, but we had a really, really nice little like hour just dancing, had an Aperol again, which was super lovely. And now we are getting ready for dinner. It's our last dinner together, which I'm actually really, really sad about. Little recap of the day is that I did the greens in the morning with Nia, which was super lovely, like to kind of get going and get used to the slopes again. And then the clips that you saw, I feel like mainly just the only clips I managed to get that Bronte filmed for me, which was so lovely of her. Honestly, she was like going backwards at one point to try and get a few clips, was the blues that we ended up doing. So I wanted to kind of build my confidence and go up to the blues. So me and the girls like Nia and Alana and Bronte and Amber all went up there and did that, and it really helped my confidence because that's where we were having lunch. So I needed to be able to get down from lunch. So I really wanted to do that. And then the restaurant we went to for lunch was insane. Like, I think they're based in Ibiza as well, as CBBC Ibiza, but the food was incredible. It's so, so good. We had like the goat's cheese salad, we shared a salmon with like truffle mash, and then got this other salad with loads of egg and meat and like cheese, and it was just incredible. And the girls had burgers, some of the girls had like couscous salads, which looked so good as well. So anyway, we had a really, really nice time there and just sat in the sunshine, and it was beautiful. And one of the places that like was on our list to all do was to go up to a higher blue that kind of starts as a red to kind of get the views of the mountain, which I'll leave on the screen here, like pictures of. And I was really nervous. Like, I didn't think that I basically was gonna be able to do it, because everyone was like, it's so steep, it's so windy up there. And basically pretty much all of us got together, went up on the chairlift. Like, lots of the girls are like insane skiers, and some of us that have only been learning like properly the last 3-4 days all went up together, and they helped us all like down and like kind of coached us through. And I did it. I went down, I didn't fall, I didn't get bumped into. I took it really slow. It was the steepest thing I've ever done, but after doing that, and thanks to the girls to literally cheering me on, because I definitely couldn't do that without them, I felt amazing. Like, my adrenaline was like I'd done a skydive. It was, yeah, just insane. And as we were going up over the top, there was some angel clouds, and I don't know if I told you guys, but when I went to Finland, I saw them on the way home, and on the way here I saw them out of the plane window, and then I saw them again today. And someone messaged me saying it's apparently a sign from people that have like passed away, and I was googling it, and like I don't know what I fully believe in, but there's like a few little things that I don't know, it's like quite comforting, isn't it? And like, as soon as I saw it, and like Bronte saw it and Amber, they were like, you do it for grandma. And I was like, yeah, crying. And I was like, I should, they're like saying, you've got this kind of thing. And I think Bronte got like a little video clip of us skiing down, and the angel cloud was like just above us. It was mad. So that kind of gave me a bit more of a push to kind of go down, I think, which was super lovely. And yeah, it was just really just an amazing experience to do it with the girls. Like, I felt on top of the world. The fact we all got down together, we all did it, all the girls were like cheering each other on, and we were all just, yeah, like I couldn't have done it without them being there and cheering me on and being like, you've got this kind of thing. So it was such a nice little end and our last ski to the trip, and we're going to go for dinner now, and then we're going to go and do some karaoke for our last evening, which is super lovely. So just got in some snuggly leggings and jumper and my thermals on, and yeah, gonna head down for some food now, which I'm really excited about. I'm home now. Feel like this vlog was meant to be like me traveling home and like the last day and all of that, and feel like it was a little bit all over the place again, because I just got really anxious again about traveling. Even though I was going home with Amber and Bronte, I just like had a little bit of up and downs with how I was feeling about going home. And yeah, it's just one of those things where I just didn't feel like I could pick up the camera at the same time of like really just trying to settle myself. But the last day was so good. Like, I can't even explain. It was such beautiful weather, and we just had such a good time. And it was really nice because although like lots of us had been in different places over the trip, like there was 26 of us total, of course all different experiences in terms of being on the slopes and skiing. And we had this really amazing lunch at CBBC Ibiza, which was delicious, like absolutely incredible food there, and really good like vibe, music, sunshine. And then we all like, everyone kind of hyped each other up to go up that slope and do that together, and that was just like the highlight for me of like most of us being there, going down together, and just like everyone really cheering everyone on. Like, I honestly wouldn't have been able to do that without them all. And then we went, had a really nice dinner at the restaurant, and it was one of the girls, Ellen's birthday, like pre-birthday eve, so we all sang happy birthday and it was really sweet. And then we headed out to a bar, did some dancing to like ABBA, a bit of High School Musical, that kind of thing. And then we went to karaoke, which was hilarious and so much fun, and we were there for a couple of hours, and it was just like a really nice end to the trip. And I actually felt really sad saying goodbye to the girls when we left like Barcelona. And then literally me, Bronte and Amber went quickly for some lunch, and then we headed straight to the airport, and our flight was like really delayed. And then there was like the kind of warning when you get on about turbulence, and I was instantly like, yeah, I can't pick up the camera, like I'm already feeling anxious about delays. So I, yeah, have been home and I've unpacked, which I didn't film, but I thought for anyone that does care, I thought I would do my skiing / everyday makeup in this video of like how I did my makeup when I was skiing on the slopes and what I used to kind of keep it in place and kind of my go-to products for that. So for anyone that does care, you can keep watching and see what I use, and I'll leave everything linked down below. But if you, this isn't your kind of thing, then thank you for just being here and watching the vlogs. Like I really appreciate it. Before I put any product on my face, I use the Pink Honey Brow Gel. So I just brush my brows like backwards into place, and then I'm gonna have to fill them in because I haven't had them tinted in the longest time. Like it's been a hot minute. And at the moment my body is tan and my face isn't, which kind of was the reality of me being away anyway. Like this was kind of the situation. But to start with, I use the Clarins Hydra Essential Serum. So I have really dehydrated skin, and I find when I go into like colder temperatures that my skin actually dries out even more. So I use this every day anyway, but I was using like quite a bit more, and I was also using their 10-minute mask. I feel like these have just launched though, so I think they're out, but they're like new in my routine. And honestly, I have been on the hunt for something that's got hyaluronic acid in that isn't really oily and doesn't like clog up my pores or make my skin feel like I've got too much product on in the longest time. And this is literally like putting water on your skin, and it just smells amazing, and it kind of gives that like quenching kind of effect to the skin, if that makes sense. Now someone may need to tell me which one to do first, but I tend to do sun cream and then primer, which I feel like is the right way round. I hope it is, but I use the Sun Bum Face Sun Cream in Factor 50+, so I wear this every single day. And on the slopes I was like, I definitely need this because of the reflection of the snow. Also, sorry guys, I'm gonna be like into the viewfinder because my mirror is there which probably is the worst setup, but the lighting in my bathroom isn't great today because it's very foggy in Brighton. It's giving twilight. Like it feels like kind of, yeah, it feels twilight, like we're in Forks kind of vibe. If you know, you know. Then I go in with the Power Grip Elf Primer. Now I actually think this makes all the difference to my makeup, especially with the foundation that I use, because I use the Elf Halo Glow foundation, and I find that it's such a lightweight buildable foundation and super glowy that sometimes if you don't have a primer on underneath, I notice that I personally, with like combination skin, kind of sweat it off in areas. So I find this just like works perfectly with that, and then it just doesn't go anywhere. Like I didn't really have to retouch my makeup while I was away, and I didn't use a setting spray because I couldn't actually fit it in my makeup bag. So I feel like this and the powder that I use was literally what made it not budge at all, especially when it was like hailing and windy. I thought my makeup would be like running down my face, and it just wasn't. So yeah, I really swear by this. It is quite sticky, but once you put the foundation on, it doesn't feel sticky on your skin anymore. Now before going in with foundation, I use the ELF Putty Putty Brightening Correcting kind of cream. This for me is when I have those bags, which I felt like I had huge bags on this trip because I wasn't really sleeping. So I was literally like editing until like 2 in the morning, which is silly, but it's the only way to kind of catch up with work while I was away, which was like fine because I was away enjoying and soaking it up in the day, which was so lovely. But this honestly, like if you guys can tell, like just makes such a difference. And then I always do this under, because otherwise I find if I do it over the top of my foundation that it can be a little bit too harsh because it is slightly lighter than my kind of fake tan colour that I'm going to match up in a minute with the foundation. So I just put like a little bit goes a long way. Like I've honestly had that pot for, I want to say like 8 months, but okay, I was gonna say it might have gone off, but no, it says 12 months on the thing. I actually only really found out recently about the going off sign on products. Does anyone else just kind of like keep them until they go a bit weird? Because I don't really go by that. Is that bad? Probably if I have any breakouts, that's to blame, maybe, I don't know. Foundation wise, I use the Halo Glow foundation in the shade Too Fair Light. Now, I actually think the shades of these, like the lighter shades are actually darker than like compared to if I was using like I don't know, Charlotte Tilbury or Estee Lauder, if that makes sense. So no, they lighter. I don't know how to explain that to make sense. Basically, this shade, which is shade 2 Fair Light, is my fake tan shade, which I usually go for like a medium in like other foundations. So like a little goes a long way, and it's like super buildable. I was layering up quite a lot with it when I was like kind of doing like a full face of makeup out there, and to be honest, that's kind of my everyday makeup and what I feel comfortable in. And then this might be like not the best thing to do, but I use the same brush for my blusher, my bronzer, my foundation and my concealer. So I literally just use this, which is an Hourglass brush that I got when I ordered the Hourglass like lightweight foundation. So I feel like you can buy this separately. I'll try and leave it linked down below, but as you can see, it's like just very buildable on the skin and super glowy, and I just find it quite lightweight. I quite like foundations that don't feel like you've got anything on. Then before I do concealer, randomly I do my order really weird. I go in with the NYX eyebrow pencil when my eyebrows haven't been done, which they haven't been done in 4.5 months, maybe even 5 months. My eyelashes and eyebrows are in need of some TLC, but I have an appointment booked in Feb, so I do need to go back and see Claire, who I see in Brighton. She is incredible. But yeah, I just kind of like draw in the areas, like as you can see, like the sparse areas, and then don't worry about my hairline. We sort that when we get to the powder section, because blimey, I do get an orange hairline. It's just like the thing with being blonde, I think. Just put my light on. I feel like that made a world of the difference to the lighting, so you guys can actually see my skin a little bit better because of how dark it is today. But I'm then just applying the Estee Lauder concealer, and I just do that kind of around my jaw as well, because I get like small little breakouts every now and then around this area, and I just find like it just kind of hides a little bit of that, but they're just very small under the skin. I just get it when I'm hormonal at the moment. So I just blend that. I always find that contours quite nicely. And then this shade that I have shade Light 1W, which is their warm. So they do like 2 shades of each, which is quite nice when you've got like warmer undertones and lighter undertones. However, I find like a little goes a long way, and it's super brightening. So I tend to do this as like my first layer of concealer, and then once we've done kind of the powder and all the steps, you'll see that I'll go in with the Maybelline concealer in the shade 02, because that's the only lighter shade that they had left in store. So I was running out and I was like, I'm just getting it because I need it. I use the e.l.f. Contour Halo Glow little kind of sticks, and I use the shade Light Medium just all over. I also find these so good to travel with, guys, because they're so small, so I actually don't really need to take a hell of a lot. And then if you're only doing like hand luggage, then these fit so well in like the little liquid bags as well, getting on a plane. So they're like my go-to when I'm traveling, and they're super creamy and super buildable. They do, I think, maybe like 10 or 12 different shades, which is what I really like about e.l.f. is that they're all affordable and they're all buildable and they're all just lovely on the skin. So I just kind of pat that in, blend that a little bit, see how we go. Sometimes I do like a little bit of my jaw as well, and then I do like a tiny bit up here, but I don't like to do too much because of how much my hair grips to my makeup. So yeah, I just do a bit on my nose, and yeah, kind of just build and blend as we go till I feel like it's enough bronze on my skin. Then I use the e.l.f. blushes. Now these are their new ones, and oh my god, a little goes a long way. I remember when I first used this and I did like my normal like dots on my cheek, and I was like, whoa, like it looked like I'd just basically coloured in my face like it was foundation. So you literally need like the tiniest dot. I use the shade Dusty Rose, and they do, again, loads of different shades, and they're just super creamy, really buildable, and you will see this like tiny little dot goes the longest way. I also have to smile so that I get like the right areas of my cheekbone, but it's just so nice on the skin. Again, like you can't feel this makeup, which is why I like it so much, because although it's like probably quite heavy for some of you guys watching, like this is quite a lot of makeup for every day as my everyday makeup, it's just what I'm used to doing, and I just like that I don't feel it. It's all really glowy and hydrating, which I think is why I recommend it so much, because I feel like it works for all skin types, because if you've got dry skin, it's going to be really glowy. If, like me, you've got combination, then you can kind of use powder in those areas that you have more oily sections. And then if you've got really oily skin, then I use the powder as kind of like that complete kind of holding everything in place, which I'll show you guys as well. But yeah, you literally need the tiniest bit, and then I kind of just build as I go with like little, honestly, smidgens because you don't want to overdo it and ruin the base that we've just spent ages doing. But I just love how peachy and pink this one is, and they do such gorgeous shades as well to choose from. Also, this is not an ad or sponsored or anything from e.l.f. I just am a very, very big lover of them as a brand. Just want to pre-say that I would always disclose anything in terms of gifting and whatnot, but I actually had gone out and restocked and everything. So yeah, I have worked with them in the past, but no, I am just like a massive lover of their stuff. So yeah, that's the like pinky peachy, which I just think is so nice and glowy on the skin. Now eyes, I use the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Eye Palette Pillow Talk one. I tried to find this online and I couldn't find it, but I found the smaller palettes that she brought out, which I believe is the shades that I'm using. So I use these like 4 shades here, which is Under the Day, which I believe is in the palette that I've linked. So I use this one, and then on Nights Out I use that one. So I literally go in basically with any creamy shimmery shade like all over and like into the corner, and I just build this in, honestly, in the most rough way ever, because I do everything super rush when it comes to eyeshadow. Literally no pro whatsoever, but I use the Bare Minerals. These are their blending brushes, and I just find them really like fluffy and feathery, and I probably do need to invest in a few more brow ones, but this is just the blender. As you can see, even the name of it's like wearing off because I've had it for so long. So I just do this into the corners, build it up, and then I go in with this pinky darker shade into the corners and then under the eye. And I've just like built in the pink into the corners and then underneath. And then I get this like little brush that I got with the Starstruck Film Star bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury. It came with the pack, so it's like a mini one, and I kind of just blend it out because it's a bit intense. A bit like, whoa. So I just kind of blend that like that. And then this is when sometimes I feel like I need more concealer, so I just go in with the Maybelline Eraser Concealer, which I feel like just helps like a little bit, especially after I've just done the eyeshadow. And then I kind of just use my finger to blend it in. Also, what is going on with my fake tan? I just don't know what happened to the hands this time round. I feel like I slept on them, maybe a bit funny. But yeah, that's it, kind of just patted in, just because it kind of lightens under a little bit extra before I go in with the powder, which is needed by this point because I'm starting to go shiny because I've got oily skin. Then the little saviour, I feel like, when it came to skiing was my Laura Mercier translucent powder and the Trigwell powder puff. So I put like that much on it, and then I kind of like tap it out on my hand, and then I do my voice just went wet then. I do like my jaw, and then I do under my eyes and around my nose because that's like my oily T-zone sections, and I kind of do most of the product in those areas like this, and then I kind of go into the middle and into my forehead where I get really oily, like honestly, especially with wearing the helmet. I found when skiing, I was going to say snowboarding then, definitely didn't snowboard, but I just find that it didn't make it budge too much. Like of course it came off a little bit, but as you can see, the difference even with like the under eyes that makes is just like insane. Like whoa, honestly changed my life. I don't know what I did without powder, because there was a point where I didn't have any, and on the way back on the coach actually I forgot to put my powder on, and my face on the coach back to Barcelona was like sticky, and it felt like it was like melting off, and I was like, what did I do without the powder days? I really must have been a shiny gal. Don't really know. Maybe it was the foundation I was using was quite dry, and I guess like your hormones change, so yeah, I just kind of do that all over. I just want to make sure I'm not overloading too much because I can't actually see fully what's going on in here. Damn, it's absolutely started chucking down in Brighton. Quite sad about that. But anyway, use the Lancome Idel mascara, and I just love the brush on this. I also don't think this isn't the waterproof one, but it didn't come off in the rain, and it just doesn't. And I find the waterproof mascaras on my eyelashes pull my eyelashes out because I can't get the product off, so I use just the regular one. Another really good mascara is the Sky High Maybelline mascara. I love that one, so good. Now lipstick, I have been using the Jennifer Coolidge lip kit by e.l.f. It's called Dirty Pillow Talk, and it comes with a lipstick, lip liner, mirror and lip gloss. It's like a plumping gloss, and I think it's £25, so it's quite expensive. And to be honest with you, I've been going through this like no tomorrow. This is my 3rd set that I've had to order, which the first one was really kindly gifted, and then I've ordered 2, so that's like 50 quid, and like, I don't know why I'm really listing out how much it is, but I feel like it's quite expensive for how quick I go through this, because I mean, I am applying it like maybe twice a day, I think, I want to say. Like, it does last and does hold and like doesn't budge and is really lovely on the lips. However, I think maybe just me personally, with how much makeup I wear, I'm going through it so fast. So I want to kind of find an alternative from e.l.f. where I can just go in and get a lip liner rather than having to order the kit each time, because the lipsticks last me a lot longer. Like, I'm still on the first lipstick from the first set that I got, so I've still got loads in there, and it's just the nicest like nudie colour and really creamy, and I get such dry lips in winter, so I just kind of go under and kind of blend the colour. Even the lip liner and the lip gloss together are stunning. The lip gloss I actually gave to my sister, so I can't actually show you that because I'm not a lip gloss kind of girl when it comes to my hair and my fringe just kind of going into my face a lot of the time, especially in windy Brighton. And then the lipstick is, again, like the perfect kind of peachy, pinky nude colour and just so creamy on. Always goes on my teeth, so I'll probably have it on my teeth in a minute, because at first I just always get it on these teeth, I don't know why. Yeah, look. Not me when I smile. And that is the whole routine, guys. That's it. That is my skin and face done. I'm trying to see where the best lighting in my bathroom is, but yeah, that is the makeup. I feel like I've got lipstick on my teeth again. Also, excuse the mess behind me. But yeah, very pinky, very like kind of mattified compared to how I do it like at home at the moment. But for skiing, this is how I did it. Like, I just overloaded with the powder. And yeah, my favorite lipstick right now. Absolutely obsessed with that, like obsessed, like my favorite like dream peachy pinky nude tones. Like, I just love it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and being here and supporting my channel and watching all the ski vlogs. If you have any questions, I actually did a Q&A over my Instagram, and it's in my ski trip to highlight, which has all the Q&A answers in, and I basically just answered and tried to cover as much as I could in terms of recommendations, what the GALS trip was like, how I experienced it, how much I loved it, the ins and outs on like how you sleep when you're there in like twos or in a single room, and just like the kind of in more in-depth details. So if there is any questions, then do just DM me as well, and I'm happy to voice note over on Instagram. You know me, I love a voice note, love chatting with you guys over there. But any questions, do please let me know, because I'm happy to answer them. And I've just had the most incredible trip, and it's been like an actual dream, and I can't believe I wasn't nearly gonna go. Like, it was just insane. I feel very, very grateful for it. But hope you guys are well and having a lovely month whenever you're watching this. And yeah, thank you for being here. I will see you guys in the next video. Lots of love. Mwah. Bye.